Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelfish if you're just joining me for the first time, and today we are rating all of the G3 Frankie Stein dolls that I currently have in my collection. I'm not going to count customs, and by that I mean like full customization. Like if I've done a lip repaint or change their makeup, that's one thing, because if they're still in their original outfit, I won't consider them a custom. But something like this Frankie, where I completely change their outfit and their hair and like complete restyle, we're not going to include in the ratings because that's custom work, so it doesn't count. Anyway, before we get into this, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, turn on bell notifications, all that YouTube jazz, and let's get started. So at the bottom of the list, I'm actually going to put Day Out Frankie, which is going to surprise a few people because Day Out Frankie is really good. And disclaimer, just because they're at the bottom does not mean that I think there's anything objectively wrong with them or that they're objectively bad or anything. In fact, I don't think any of the dolls in this video are bad in any way, shape, or form. I do have my issues with some of them, but like I'm not going to call any of them horrible or like the worst doll ever, because that's, a little ridiculous to say. But with this Frankie, I think my main issue was the fact that they just had the same face screening as their signature doll, so I changed it personally. Although I do kind of want to get another one that has the original screening now. I want to. They're cute. As far as the budget dolls go, this is the better one of the two budget dolls that exists for G3 Frankie. I'm not a fan of the Monsteristas one, which has like the houndstooth dress. I mean, they're cute, but they have poly hair, so it's like, I don't know. But this Frankie, I love. I love this Frankie a lot. And they're just at the bottom because other dolls, I feel, outshine them a little bit. I would give this Frankie a solid, like, 7 out of 10. Now what prevents them from getting an 8 is because I lost their ring. It will not it will not stay on their hand to save its life. I lost it in my couch, and I don't think I will ever see it again. Because I have vacuumed, I have swept since then. It's gone. It's gone. I'm never seeing that ring again, which is another reason why I want a second one. Now, next in the pecking order is Skulltimate Secrets Frankie. I love Skulltimate Frankie. I'm not a fan of the polypropylene hair, though. It is soft now that I've actually, like, treated it and stuff. And I like their outfit pieces, like this coat and this jacket. The coat and jacket, that's the same thing, Angelfish. Come on. The coat and the shirt and the little shorts and the boots. I love the boots so much, and I added these ribbon straps just to really up the ante of the neon green aesthetic. But as you can tell, I played around a lot with this Frankie. I removed the chain from their hat and stuff, and I needed to warm up to this Frankie quite a bit. This was the first time that had ever happened with a Frankie doll since Monster High came back. Like, I have loved every single Frankie Stein that Monster High has put out since coming back, but this one was one that I needed to warm up to first. And I will give them, like, if we did not have my personal modifications on them, I would probably have put them below Day Out. I will give them, with modifications, an 8 out of 10. But prior to that, they would be sitting at a 6. Like, if I had just left them as is, because I wasn't really connecting with them. Like, I still like them. Well, liked them, but I wasn't connecting with them. But now I do love them, like, a whole lot, now that I've personalized them. Alright, next up is Creepover Frankie. Love this little bean child. Oh, my little baby. Me baby. Just, like, their poly is okay. It's a lot softer than Skulltimate Secrets poly. Like, significantly softer. I had a much better time with this Frankie's hair than I did with Skulltimate Secrets. which is kind of interesting because it's the same exact hair fiber, but like I don't mind the polypropylene on Creepover because it was a lot softer and a lot more manageable. Um, and I just like their face a lot. Like, it's so cute. The iridescent paint for their eyebrow staple is not as opaque on this doll as it is on others. Like, you can see it's fairly transparent from certain angles. But overall, I love this Frankie. I love their accessories. I love their robe. They just feel very festive and Christmassy to me. It's just there's nothing that I hate about this doll. Even though they have poly hair, I don't have any complaints about them. Like I just prefer other dolls over them, but overall, like this Frankie is the first one that I will give a 8.5 out of 10 to. That has like actually had that rating in my personal opinion the entire time that I've had them. Like Day Out's rating has shifted. Skulltimate Secrets has shifted like from time to time. Like I was getting accustomed to both of them. But this is the first one out of all of the Frankies that I have that are in this video that was like, okay, I love them from the get-go. Love them so much. They are one of my comfort dolls. I do fidget with them a lot. I've brought them with me on a couple trips before. I haven't taken pictures of them like while I'm out and about with them, but like they've been in my bag before as a little comfort object. And their hair is a lot softer than other polypropylene that's been in the line, so it's one that I feel comfortable like running my fingers through. So yeah, it's just I love this Frankie, and yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Next is Coffee Break Frankie. This is a Target exclusive doll in the US. In Canada, they are available at like Toys R Us, and I believe you can also get them at Smith's Toys if you're in the UK, allegedly, from what I've heard. But Coffee Break Frankie is they were the second Frankie that I ever got from G3. I got them the first week that they dropped off of the Target app, and I was really excited. You can actually go watch that review on the channel. You can watch all of the reviews for all of these dolls on the channel, actually. Every doll that's in this video, I have a review for, fortunately, because Frankie is just very fun to record reviews for, because I always have, like, things that I like about them. So it's always, like, a fun experience to record reviews for them, because it's pleasant, like, I usually don't like putting out reviews for stuff that I didn't have pleasant unboxing experiences with, which is why Carla from Shadow High still doesn't have a review. But, like, so far, with Frankie, mostly pleasant unboxing experiences. Now, this Frankie, I love their boots. Absolutely adore their purse. Love their color palette. Love their hair. Love the silver lightning bolt clip. I wish we got more silver lightning bolt clips. I want a hair play Frankie doll. I want G3 Frankie to get a totally hair doll and have long, floor length platinum blonde saran with green saran highlights and some black chunky streaks in it, like one or two chunky black streaks in that would be so cool. I'm gonna make that Frankie doll. I'm going to buy Saran and make that happen if they won't do it themselves. But side note, that's just a side note. This Frankie I love them so much. I had very few issues with them right off the bat. Like, if I'm thinking back to when I unboxed them, the only thing I wasn't a fan of was this material because, well, it's the pleathery latex material, so it'll crack with time, it'll dehydrate, and it's easier to pose in than, like, some other companies' similar materials, so I'll give it that, but because of that, I won't give this Frankie any higher than a 9 out of 10, which is still good, but, like, because of the material that their outfit is made out of, I don't want to put them any higher, because it'll degrade with time. but it's still a great doll, and I love their face and their hair. Boop. Ghoul Spirit. Ghoul Spirit Frankie is one of my favorite dolls just in my collection. I don't know how to explain it. They're a comfort doll for me. I love them. I love them with my whole heart. I love their face. I love their outfit. I love their little clear shoes. I love everything about them. And I don't mind that they don't have flocking on them, because honestly, I don't miss it. I thought I would, but at the end of the day, I actually don't mind all that much. I love this Frankie. I don't post about having them super often, because when I first got them, like I made a bunch of Instagram stories that was being all excited to have them in my collection, and then that was met with a bunch of people being like, "Oh, that's the worst Frankie doll ever," like blah blah blah, like just people were feeling the need to share their opinion on this Frankie when I was just expressing how much I loved them. And, like, it's not that you can't have your own opinions. Like, you're welcome to not like a doll, but you also don't have to comment your negative opinions on a doll directly to somebody as a response to them expressing how much they love that doll. Like, what do you want us to do? Like, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. And some people are like, "Oh, well, you don't have to respond to them." Well, then why are you replying to me? Why are you telling me that you hate this doll as a direct response to my post that's like, "I love this doll so much. They're one of my favorites." Like, I just don't get people. And maybe it's just because I'm autistic and I don't understand how to read a lot of situations, especially like the logic behind certain people's behavior. But like it just doesn't feel right to do that to people. So I don't post about this Frankie a lot, even though I love them to bits, and they're one of my comfort dolls, and they've been with me in my backpack as a comfort item before, just like Creepover Frankie has. I mean, they've gone with me to the zoo, they've gone with me to museums, they've gone with me just to car rides or to campus. So, like, I love this Frankie to bits. They are a solid 10 for me. 10 out of 10, despite like being simple and stuff. But yeah, that's besides the, like, all the negativity aside, and all of the weird people that feel the need to share their negativity with me aside. Just this is one of my favorite Frankies, and that's not up for debate. Like, I genuinely, and this is going to sound so rude, but I genuinely 100% do not give a fuck if you do not like this doll, or if you do not like any G3 doll. If I'm making a post that's me being like, "I love this doll so much," and I don't ask for like, "What are your guys' thoughts?" Please do not share your negativity with me. Like, you're welcome to have your own opinion, post it on your own page, because like, it's not that I can't handle other people's opinions. It's that the way that you guys word and convey and conduct yourselves when you share your negative opinions about something is just absolutely rude and horrible to deal with and absolutely annoying. And I don't like it. And I speak for other people in the community when I say it's quite annoying to deal with. Anyway, that's that rant over. On to the final doll, which, as you all have probably guessed by now, is, of course, Signature Frankie from G3 from October of this year. Not this year, of last year. October 2022. Launch Frankie. Love them. Love their hair. Love that it's Saran. I want to get another Frankie soon. Another Signature. I don't know why. I want another one. Because I don't really have a second Signature Frankie. I don't. I've bought other Signature Frankies off of eBay, like without their clothes and stuff, for customs, like this Frankie. again, the one I showed at the start of the video, this was a signature Frankie that I bought off of eBay to customize. Because, you know, they didn't have any clothes with them, so why not? But I want a second signature Frankie, like, just to have, as is. Especially since I tweaked this one's hair so much. Or not so much, but I tweaked this one's hair from the factory style. And I want one that has the factory hairstyle again. Just for fun. And so I can display them without their jacket. And so I can have a spare jacket to pattern rip. Because I do have a spare jacket, but I don't want to rip it apart. I want one that I can learn how to sew from, so I can make a varsity jacket for Draculaura and for Laguna and for Claudine, because none of them have gotten it. Cleo's gotten one. Cleo has a varsity style jacket, and Claude has a varsity style jacket. Claude's not even out yet, but I'm definitely going to be getting multiple of him when he comes out, because I love him to bits. But Frankie, oh, they're so pretty. They are a 11 out of 10 for me, honestly. Their signature doll. Like, there's just, everything is right with this doll for me. Their color palette, the makeup, the proportions of the outfit, the accessories. They have my favorite accessories. I mean, I display them with their Polaroid camera for a reason, because it's really cute. It's just, I love this Frankie with all my heart. And they also were like the first G3 doll that I ever unboxed, and they were a very positive experience. Like, this Frankie is special to me for a reason, and we love them, and we appreciate them, and they started my G3 obsession. Because initially I wasn't sure if I was going to like G3. I was like, oh, I think these... Like, back when the Coffin Bean box leaked, I was like, oh, these designs are cute. I want to get at least one of these dolls to see if I'll continue collecting Monster High, or if I'll just stick with the collectors. Because at that point, I had gotten, like, the alumni drops, like Haunt Couture and stuff. So, like, I was fine, collection-wise, collecting just alumni stuff. But G3 has really made me realize this is my generation of Monster High, more so than G1 ever was. And that's not to say that I don't like G1. I love both of them so much. But G3 just occupies a different space in my heart than G1 does, in a different way that I can't explain, because I don't have the words to describe it. I mean, I do have the words to describe it, but most of my audience speaks English, and I'm just not even gonna bother. I just know that G3 occupies a special place in my heart, and just, I love them, and this is the best Frankie doll, in my opinion. They're one of my favorite Frankies to ever release from Monster High as a brand, G1 included, and yeah. But that is the video. That is my personal opinions and ratings of every single G3 Frankie Stein doll in my collection. It's about time I brought this style of video back, because I haven't done it since the Rainbow High dolls. And with Rainbow High, it's like pointless to do it because they're constantly releasing stuff, so I was always going to be behind with Rainbow High. But with Monster High, I can actually catch up. Like, right now, I am caught up on Frankie releases. Right now, I am caught up on Claudine releases, for the most part. I'm caught up on Laguna releases. I'm caught up on Cleo releases. So, like, I can do these sorts of videos again now without worrying about, like, oh, is this going to be outdated in a week or two? Like, no, this is up to date, and we can leave this here, and in half a year, when we have 5 or 6 more Frankie releases, we can revisit this concept. But right now, this is my ratings as it stands. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Which G3 Frankie is your personal favorite? And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.